Today we are going to discuss error analysis. It is a very important for the NEET and IIT and IIT JEE Advanced also, because every year from these exams they will asking one question, but sometimes in the advanced level and the mains level mainly they will ask two bits some years. That's why one bit definitely 100%, but the second question maybe 50% of chances will there, because of they will ask in. That's why it's a very important, very simple concept. Only few definitions, enough for definitions for understanding the error analysis. Now we are going to the topic is error. What is error? Here error means when its error will rise, means we can measure a physical quantity. Yes, measuring a physical quantity means how to get error, because of we can measure any physical quantity, the measured value is not to the a perfect value. That means in no measurement is perfect. No measurement is perfect means that measured value has a error. That is called error. But nowadays we are buying something, they will give by using a measurement, but that is not a perfect. Yes, definitely that is not a perfect. But how we are accepting? Because of perfect is different and accuracy is different. Accuracy means what? That is a accuracy. Accuracy means accuracy is the measure of closeness of the measured value to true value. That means closeness to the measured value to true value. True value means perfect value or actual value is called as accuracy. That means example we are taking here. For example, actual value or true value. Actual value, perfect value or true value is 2.378. This is the actual value. Now here they measured that 2.47, 2.37, 2.377. We are measured by using the different instruments. They will got these values. In this value, which one is the accuracy? The more accurate value is this, because of the measured value is close to this than the first one. You can see that. That's why the accuracy means closeness of measured value to true value is called accuracy. Now precision. Precision of instrument is the minimum value that can be measured by it is called as resolution or limit of the instrument. That means we can measure a physical quantity, anything we can measure by using an instrument. That instrument of measurement of the minimum value is called as a precision. Here accuracy does not depends on the precision. Accuracy does not depends on the precision of instrument. The accuracy which is depends on the resolution of an instrument. Here we can see one example of this. The actual value, what we can take this 2.378 plus or minus 0.01. By using an instrument, we are measured the same physical quantity this, like this, we are measuring like this. Same physical quantity by using in the different instrument, other instrument, then we are measured the three measured values. Now in these values, this value is very close than this. That's why we can say it is the actual value of the instrument. In this, by using an instrument, we can measure the value. It's a least minimum value. This is the minimum value of the instrument. That's why it is the instrument is a more precise. But you can see this is not more accurate. More accurate. Because of more precise, but it is not a more accurate. That means accuracy does not depends on the precision. Does not depends on the precision. Now here, that means in the accuracy, how it's a closeness of the measured value to true value. That means the measured value have some uncertainty. That means the error can be defined as the uncertainty of the measurement is called as error. The uncertainty of the measurement is called as error. The error is defined as the difference of the measured value to true value is called as error. Now, the mathematically represented by error, we can delta x. X is the measurement. That is, x is the a measured value minus true value. X bar is a true value. Here x bar is the mean value or true value. X is the xi, ith measurement. That is the measured value minus true value is called as the error. Now error can be classified into two types based on the error can be classified into two types. Error can be classified into two types. One is based on cause of error, and second one is based on magnitude of error. Here the cause of errors, one is systematic error, and random error, and gross error, Next one is, it is the least count error. Now the magnitude of error, that is absolute error, mean absolute error, and the next one is relative error, and next one is that is the percentage of relative error. Percentage of relative error. Now first one we are going to discuss systematic error. Here, what is the systematic error? Systematic error is defined as, here, the error is a definite cause and follows the rules, or either increasing order or decreasing order. That is called as a systematic error. It can have known cause, but the error may be increasing or maybe either decreasing, either increasing or decreasing order. That means either positive or negative. That means the error can have only unidirection. That error is called as a systematic error. The systematic error can be classified. One is instrumental error, constant error, third one is environmental error, and fourth one is personal error, and the fifth one is imperfection in experimental techniques, or procedure. Here, now instrumental error. The error arises from the imperfection design or calibration of the instrument. The instrumental error is detected by interchanging the similar instrument, or by using the different methods of a measuring of the same physical quantity. Now constant error. This error must be a constant. That means the series of measurements of the results which gives the same amount of error is called as a constant error. The zero error is also called as constant error. Environmental error can be arises due to the external conditions. That means it's during the experiment the temperature and pressure will be suddenly changes. That arises the experimental error. Now example, we can calibration of the scale in the winter, but we can measure the measurement of length by using the instrument in the summer season. Then due to the summer season, the scale will be expand. That means the measurement will be give the low value because of due to the expansion, because of weather condition will be changed. That's why the error will be rises. Now personal error. This error is completely the person of peculiarities of the experimenter. This personal error is getting due to the lack of setting, and it is taking care of the readings very is a carelessness. That's why it's getting the personal error. Now these personal error can be reduced by more, it can take the observations is more carefully, and number of observations are taken and calculate the arithmetic mean to reduce the personal error. Imperfection in experimental techniques or procedure. Here in sometimes we know the error in cause of error due to the nature, but by using imperfection experimental techniques or procedure we cannot eliminate that error. Example, we know the calorimetry experiment, the heat will be lost due to the radiation, but the type of experiments we can't eliminate it by using this imperfection and experimental techniques also. That's why these systematic error can be minimized by using some, we can take the some precautions. One is by selecting the better instrument, then to avoid the instrumental error and constant error. And second one, to improving the experimental techniques of the experiment. And third one is take the readings of the observer, it's a more careful, then to avoid the personal error. By using that points we can minimize the systematic error. Now random error is unknown error, unknown cause of error. We know the systematic error is the known cause, but we don't know unknown cause. How the error will rises we don't know, but we are getting the results of the measurements of irregular of the sign and size of the measurement. That's why that error is called as a random error. That also called as, unlike systematic error, is a random error. Here the random error arises due to the random fluctuations of the experimental conditions cannot be predicted. We cannot predict that the random error. The random error can be minimized by using can take the more observations, and we can take care of arithmetic mean, and random error can be determined by using the statistical method. For any measurement that can have the error, that measurements which can have the both systematic and random errors. Gross error as the results of the sheer or carelessness of the part of the observer. The cause of the gross error is neglect the source of error and readings of the instruments incorrectly. No correction applied to the gross error. we are taking all precautions, we can minimize the gross error. Now least count error. The least count mean by using an instrument to measure the minimum value is called as a least count. The least count error means we can measure the values are accurately and good, but up to that minimum value only. The more than that value, the instrument will get a error. That error is called as a least count error. The least count error is belongs to the random error up to the limited, but it is in the least count error is both in systematic and random errors. Now the least count error can be minimized by using the instrument is higher precision and high resolution of the instrument, then we can reduce the least count error. Now we are going to discuss the based on the magnitude of the error. Then we are the magnitude of error is absolute error, mean absolute error, relative error and percentage of relative error. Now first we are going to discuss absolute error. You can see that. Now before we are going to the absolute error, first we are calculating what is meant by the error. We know that error, that is the uncertainty of the measured value, is called as a error. That means the difference of, the mathematically you can represent like that, the difference of measured value to true value is called as error. That means error may be positive or negative. Why? Measured value is greater than the true value, the error is a positive. The measured value is less than the true value, it is a negative. The units of the error is the units of a physical quantity. Now what is meant by true value? True value is called as the actual value. The true value is the perfect value. That is, true value is defined as, true value is defined as, very important, true value is defined as the arithmetic mean of the observed values is called as a true value. That is, if x1 comma x2 comma dash 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 xn are the n observations or n measured values, then the true value we are denoted x bar is equal to, or we can denote like this also, or we can denote x mean, or sometimes we are denoted like this, x average. This is equal to, we can represent anything, that is arithmetic mean, sum of the terms by number of terms. This is called as a true value. That is, x bar is equal to, we can simply write 1 by n into summation I is equal to 1 to n xi. This is the true value. Arithmetic mean of the measured values is called as a true value. Now here we can find the error in the first measurement. Delta x1 is equal to x1 measured value minus true value. Delta x2 measured value, second measured value minus mean value. That is x3, delta x3 minus x bar. These are the errors. We are, every measurements have error that we can find. That means the difference of the individual measurement to the true value is called as the errors in the every measurement. Now we are going to discuss the true value means the units of true value is also the units of a physical quantity. Now absolute error. Absolute error. Here the magnitude of the error or the magnitude of the difference of measured value to true value is called as absolute error. That is modulus of delta x is equal to measured value minus true value is called absolute error. That means delta x1 modulus of delta x1. Modulus of delta x1 means the first measurements of absolute error is equal to modulus of x1 minus x bar. Modulus of delta x2 is equal to modulus of x2 minus x bar. Here what is the representative of this means we are taking only magnitude. That means the modulus absolute means only the absolute error has only positive values. Positive. Here the absolute error of the units is equal to the units of the same physical quantity. Units of a physical quantity. Now next we are going to discuss mean absolute error. Here mean absolute error. The arithmetic mean of absolute errors, that is delta x mean, is equal to the sum of the absolute errors modulus of delta x1 plus modulus of delta x2 plus z as modulus of delta xn by n. That is delta x mean, the mean absolute error is equal to, we can write 1 by n into summation I is equal to 1 to n modulus of delta xi. This is called as mean absolute error. Now the mean absolute error is also only positive, and the units of mean absolute error is must be equal to the units of a physical quantity. Now we are going to discuss relative error. Relative error. It's a very important. The relative error. The ratio of mean absolute error to the mean of the measurements is called as a relative error. The ratio of mean absolute error to mean of the arithmetic mean of the observed values, or simply we can say the ratio of mean absolute error to mean value, or the mean absolute error to true value, because of x mean is nothing but a true value. That is called a relative error. Now percentage of relative error. Percentage of relative error. That is percentage of relative error is equal to relative error into 100. That means delta x mean by x mean into 100. This is called percentage of relative error. Here relative error and percentage of relative error has no units. Why? Because of it is the ratios of the same physical quantity. That's why the relative error and the percentage of relative error has no units. Now to express the actual value, how to express the actual value? Actual value or perfect value, that is The measurement is x. That's why x is equal to the x plus or minus delta x. Here we can see this is called actual value. This is called as true value. This is called as absolute error. Absolute error. Here actual value is equal to x mean, or you can write x mean plus or minus delta x mean. Delta x mean, mean absolute error. Mean absolute error. This is called as a actual value. Now the question they will give like this: x is equal to x mean plus or minus delta x mean. Finding of relative error they asking. Simply this divided by this is a relative error. Percentage of relative error means same we are calculating. Delta x by x into 100 by using this. This is about the magnitude of errors. Now we are going to discuss combination or propagation of errors. Now here first one, errors in sum or difference. Errors in sum or difference. Let x can be expressed a plus b, or difference means minus a plus or minus b. Here the delta a is the errors in the measurement of a, delta b is the error in the measurement of b, then the error in the measurement of x is delta x. That means we can express the actual value of a is a plus or minus delta a, b is equal to b plus or minus delta b, x is equal to x plus or minus delta x. Then we can substituting these here, that is x plus or minus delta x is equal to, we can write a plus or minus delta a plus minus b plus or minus delta b. Then x plus or minus delta x is equal to a plus or minus b plus or minus delta a plus or minus delta b. That means here x is nothing but this is also represent x, then it's get be cancelled. Plus or minus delta x is equal to plus or minus delta a plus delta b here. That means the delta x is equal to plus or minus delta a plus or minus delta b. This is the expression of delta x. Now the possible values of delta x. What are the possible values? First possible value we can write here, plus delta a minus delta b. Second, plus delta a plus delta b. Third, minus delta a plus delta b. And fourth possibility value, minus delta a minus delta b. We can observe that in these errors, which one is the maximum? This is because of both plus. That's why the maximum possible error, the maximum value of possible error, maximum possible error is delta x is equal to delta a plus delta b. Delta a plus delta b. Then this is the maximum possible error. That means the maximum possible error of sum or a difference of a physical quantities must be is equal to the sum of the individual absolute errors. Only sum. That means we can express that delta x, that means x is equal to a plus b or x is equal to a minus b. Is a sum or a difference, but the possible error is always sum only, sum of the absolute errors. The maximum possible error is always sum of the absolute errors. Now relative error, we can write this a plus b, delta x by x is equal to delta a plus delta b by a plus b. Similarly here also relative error, delta x by x is equal to delta a plus delta b by a minus b. Percentage means delta x by x into 100 is equal to delta a plus delta b by a plus b into 100. Delta x by x into 100 is equal to delta a plus delta b by a minus b into 100. Here the combination is maybe sum or a difference, but the maximum possible error is always sum of the two absolute errors. Then relative error we can find like this, and the percentage of relative error we can find like this. Now we can see that one problem. Here we can see the problem. Example problem, very important. Here example problem, if the bodies of the two bodies of the volumes is V1 is equal to 10 plus or minus 10.2 plus or minus 0.02 centimeter cube, and second body of volume is 6.4 plus or minus 0.01 centimeter cube. These are the volumes. Calculate sum of the volumes and difference of the volumes. Difference of volumes. Here we know that the sum or a difference, the maximum possible error must be equal to sum of the individual errors, absolute errors. That is delta V is equal to what we can write? Only this. This is the delta V1, this is the delta V2. That is the delta V1 plus delta V2. What do you write? That is 0.02 plus 0.01. Then what we got? 0.03 centimeter cube. Now sum means what you write sum? V1 plus V is equal to V1 plus V2. That is 10.2 plus 6.4. Then what you get? 16.6 centimeter cube. Difference. Then V is equal to V1 minus V2. Then what do you write? 10.2 minus 6.4. That is now here 3.8 centimeter cube. This is the sum and the difference. Then the actual value of the sum we can express it that is V 16.6 plus or minus 0.03 centimeter cube. This is the sum of the volumes of the two bodies. Difference of the volumes of the two bodies we can express it that V dash is equal to, this is a difference V dash, is equal to 3.8 plus or minus 0.03. We can observe in this problem the error, it is the difference or sum, whatever may be that. The error, the maximum error is always sum of the absolute errors of the quantities. Now we are going to discuss the error in product. Error in product. Error in product. Second one is error in product. Let x is equal to AB. Can take two quantities AB. Here we know delta A is the error in A, measurement of A. Delta B is the error in measurement of B. X, delta X is the measurement of error in X. Then we can express that A can be expressed as A plus or minus delta A, B can be expressed as B plus or minus delta B, X can be expressed as X plus or minus delta X. This is the actual values. Then what you write? X plus or minus delta X is equal to A plus or minus delta A into B plus or minus delta B. Then X plus or minus delta X is equal to, here we are taking common A, that is, now here also we are taking common X, 1 plus or minus delta X by X is equal to A common 1 plus or minus delta A by A. Here common B, 1 plus or minus delta B by B. Then X into 1 plus or minus delta X by X, A into B, AB, into 1 plus or minus delta A by A, into 1 plus or minus delta B by B. Here X is nothing but AB, that's why it's a get cancelled. What remaining you can write here, that is 1 plus or minus delta X by X is equal to 1 plus or minus delta A by A into 1 plus or minus delta B by B. Now here multiplied, 1 plus or minus delta X by X is equal to 1 into 1, 1 plus or minus 1 into delta B by B plus or minus, here 1 in delta A by A into 1, delta A by A plus or minus delta A by A into delta B by B, that is delta A by A dot delta B by B. Here 1, here also 1, it is coming to this side, it's get cancelled. Then what remaining? Plus or minus delta X by X is equal to delta B by B plus or minus delta A by A plus or minus delta A by A dot delta B by B. Here we observe that delta A is a small, delta A and delta B are small, delta A by A comma delta B by B very small. Then this product delta A by A dot delta B by B are very small. That's why this term will be neglected. This term will be neglected. What remaining? Plus or minus delta X by X is equal to plus or minus delta B by B or delta A by A plus or minus delta B by B. Then we can write that the possible values of delta X by X, first what? Plus delta A by A minus delta B by B. Second value both plus delta A by A plus delta B by B. Next value, both here A is minus delta A by A plus delta B by B. Next value, both minus delta A by A minus delta B by B. These are the possible values of delta x by x. In this, which one is the maximum? That is the delta A by A plus delta B by B is the maximum. Here, what is the delta x by x? Delta x by x is the relative error. That means the maximum relative error, the maximum relative error, the maximum possible relative error of x is delta x by x is equal to what? That is delta A by A plus delta B by B. This is the maximum possible relative error. Then what is the percentage of error? The maximum possible percentage error, that is the percentage of error, relative error is delta x by x into 100 is equal to delta A by A into 100 plus delta B by B into 100. This is the maximum possible relative error of x. Here it is in the case of product, you can see, but the product, but it is the possible relative error is the sum of the relative errors of individual relative errors. The relative error, the maximum possible relative error of the product must be equal to the sum of the individual relative errors, delta A by A plus delta B by B. Now we are going to discuss the problem based on the error in product. Now error in division. See that that is error in division. Let x is equal to A by B. Delta A comma delta B are the errors, absolute errors in the measurement of A and B. Then delta x is the absolute error in the measurement of x. Then A can be written as actual value of A plus or minus delta A, B is equal to B plus or minus delta B. Then x is equal to x plus or minus delta x. Then we can write like this: x plus or minus delta x is equal to A plus or minus delta A by B plus or minus delta B. Then x common, 1 plus delta plus or minus delta x by x is equal to A common 1 plus or minus delta A by A, B plus or minus B common B plus or minus delta B by B. Here x here, this also, this term we considered as x, then it's cancelled. What remaining here means 1 plus or minus delta x by x is equal to 1 plus or minus delta A by A, and in the denominator it's come to the up, then what you write? 1 plus or minus delta B by B whole power of minus 1. Here we can observe that delta B by B is less than 1. It's a very smaller value. That's why we can apply that binomial distribution. The binomial distribution is formula 1 plus x whole power of n is equal to, what you write means 1 minus n means 1 minus nx plus nx square by 2 factorial and so on, like this is the 1 factorial. But higher powers are neglected, then what you write, 1 minus nx. Now also we can distribute 1 plus or minus delta x by x is equal to 1 plus or minus delta a by using binomial distribution. Here 1, here minus nx is there, but here minus 1. It's multiplied with what we get, minus or plus delta b by b. Understanding this? Plus or minus will be there. It is multiplied with minus. Plus into minus, minus. Minus into minus, plus. Like this. Now multiplied with 1 plus or minus delta x by x is equal to, here 1. Here 1 minus plus delta b by b. Here plus or minus delta a by a. Next here minus or plus delta a by a dot delta b by b. This is. Now 1 get cancelled. Delta x by x plus or minus delta x by x is equal to plus or minus delta a by a plus or minus delta b by b. Here what we got in this term is minus, here minus plus, minus plus. Now minus plus delta a by a dot delta b by b. Here delta a by a comma delta b by b are very small, then the product will be neglect, only because of it is a very less values. That's why it is very small value, that's why it can neglect. What remaining, that the fractional error delta x by x plus or minus delta x by x is equal to plus or minus delta a by a minus or plus delta b by b. Here we can write the possible values of delta x by x. What are the possible values? Here plus delta a by a minus delta b by b. Second plus delta a by a plus delta b by b. Third one minus delta a by a plus delta b by b. And the fourth one, both are minus delta a by a minus delta b by b. This is the possible values of fractional error, delta x by x values, possible values. In this, which one is the maximum? This is the maximum. That is the maximum error, the maximum possible error. The maximum possible error is delta x by x is equal to delta a by a plus delta b by b. That is the maximum fractional possible error in division of two quantities must be equal to the sum of the fractional individual errors of two quantities. That is delta x by x is equal to delta a by a plus sum of individual fractional errors. Then percentage of relative percentage error delta x by x into 100 is equal to delta a by a into 100 plus delta b by b into 100. This is about in the division. Now we are going to discuss error in quantities raised to some powers. in the combination of power. It's a very simple, very important. Here, error in quantity raised some powers. Here, let we are consider that x is equal to a power of m by b power of n. Now this, we know the measure delta A and delta B are the absolute errors in the measurement of A and B. Then delta x is the measurement absolute error in the measurement of x. That is the delta A comma delta B or delta x are the measurements of these physical quantities. Now this is the power. We can take the log, natural logarithm on both sides. Then log x is equal to log a power of m minus log b power of n. Because of log a by b formula, log a by b formula is log a minus log b. This is the formula. Division means minus. Here log x is equal to m into log a minus n into log b. The formula of log a power of m formula, that is power into log a. It's a very important formulas you can write. Differentiate this. Differentiate means log x differentiation is 1 by x dx. Log x differentiation is 1 by x dx is equal to m into dA by a. Here minus n into dB by b. Here we can write in terms of fractional error. In terms of fractional error. In terms of fractional error, what you write? Dx can be written as delta x. dA can be written as delta a. dB can be written as delta b. This is the absolute errors, means plus or minus. Then we write, that is here delta x plus or minus by x is equal to here plus or minus m into delta a by a. Here already minus is there, multiplied it means minus or plus n into delta b by b. Then what you can write now? Maximum fractional value, maximum fractional error. Maximum fractional error is what? All must be sum. The error is must be sum. Delta x by x is equal to m into delta a by a plus n into delta b by b. Is very important in 2019 and 2013 NEET bits only based on this formula. Here now one more we can see that how to write the formula about this. Here x is equal to a power of a, b power of b by c power of c, like this. What about the fractional error? The fractional error of these quantities, delta x by x is equal to power into this fractional error, delta a by a plus power into delta b by b plus, here in denominator is there but it is not right in minus, because of we can write that maximum fractional error, maximum possible error. That's why power into delta c by c. Then what about the relative percentage error? Into 100. Delta x by x into 100 is equal to a into delta a by a into 100 plus b into delta b by b into 100 plus C into delta C by C into 100. It's a very important formula. Now we are going to discuss a few example problems based on these. Already sum is over and now product and division and raise the powers. Now we are going to some example problems based on these concepts. Okay. Now we are calculating that. First one, calculate percentage of error in the time period of a pendulum t is equal to 2 pi root of L by G, where L and G are measured. The percentage of errors is plus or minus 1% and plus or minus 2% respectively. They will given the L and G value 1% to 2%. L is 1%, G is 2%. What is the percentage error in the time period of a pendulum? Now here T is proportional to 2 pi is a constant, is L by G whole power of 1 by 2. That's now delta T by T formula we know that x is equal to a power of a by b power of b. Simply you can write here, that is delta x by x is equal to a into delta a by a plus b into delta b by b. This is the formula. Now here also 1 by 2 both common. Then we write 1 by 2 delta L by L plus 1 by 2 delta b G by G. But the fraction, the percentage of error means into 100 is equal to 1 by 2 delta L by L into 100 plus 1 by 2 delta G by G into 100. This value and this value they given, that is 1 by 2 into 1 plus 1 by 2 into 2. Cancel. Then 1 by 2 plus 1. Then it is a 3 by 2. That is 1.5%. The percentage error in the time period of a pendulum is 1.5%. Going to second problem. For say second one, the mass and densities are measured of the sphere is 12.4 plus or minus 0.1 kg and the density is measured 4.6 plus or minus 0.2 kg per meter cube. Then calculate the volume of the sphere up to the error limit. They are asking up to error limit. Now first what they given, see here, the density is given rho and mass is given m. They are asking volume. What is the density? Density is equal to mass by volume. Then volume is equal to what you write? M by rho. We are calculate first. What is the true value of this? 12.4 by 4.6. Then we calculate, we got 2.67 meter cube. But it is round off number, it is 2.7. Rounding of numbers, 2.7 meter cube. Now here we want to the error in the volume. That is delta V by V is equal to plus or minus delta M by M plus delta V by V, delta rho by rho, because of this formula. Delta V is equal to what you write? Delta M by M plus delta rho by rho into V. then delta V is equal to, we are substituting, what is the delta M? Delta M is the 0.1 by 12.4 plus it is 0.2 by 4.6 into V is 2.7. It's calculate the value is plus or minus, here point here point cancel, then we calculate this, we get 0.14 meter cube. Then the expression of the volume of this sphere V is equal to V plus or minus delta V, that is V equal to 2.7 plus or minus 0.14 meter cube. So only it depends on the calculation formula. It is the formula for division. Now it's over. Thank you.